Step 1. Starting your custody case. We next look at the following information: forms required for cases involving children. Filing for dissolution of marriage, domestic partnership, cases with children, Packet 1B. This set of forms and instructions begins the process of filing for and obtaining a divorce where you and your spouse or domestic partner have children. On all of these forms, you are the petitioner and your spouse, domestic partner, is the respondent. On all forms, use full names, first, middle, last, and each time print names the same. The clerk will give you a case number when you file your papers. Place this case number on all copies and originals. Regardless of what a form indicates, do not yet sign any form, except on copies of forms you serve on your spouse or partner. File original documents with the circuit court clerk, and for yourself, keep a copy of every document you file with the court. Ensure that your local circuit court has your current address so that you receive notice of court dates. If you fear for your safety, you may be able to obtain a non-disclosure order. Consult your local circuit court. Instructions for Packet 1B. Please print the online instructions and read them along with this video module, since this video module cannot provide as much information as do the online printed instructions. Carefully study the 10 pages of instructions for Packet 1B. They help you understand the content, sequence, and timing of steps for this portion of your divorce case. This online video module supplements, but does not replace, the online printed instructions. Step 1. Starting your divorce. In Step 1, you must complete several forms. These forms are listed in the table below. The first form you must complete is named Acknowledgement about Dissolution, Divorce, Separation. The Acknowledgement about Dissolution, Divorce, Separation form. At the top of this one-page form, write in the name of your county. For now, leave the case number blank. Write your name on the petitioner line and your spouse or partner's name on the respondent line. Write in your name as the one filing this paperwork. Carefully read this list of conditions to ensure that none of them apply to your case. Do not yet sign this form. The Petition for Dissolution of Marriage, Domestic Partnership form. We next examine the form called Petition for Dissolution of Marriage, Domestic Partnership. This is a long and important form. Carefully consider your responses. Page 1. On your forms, check all boxes and complete all blanks that apply to you. Skip over check boxes and blanks that do not apply to you. At the top of this 10-page form, write in the name of your county and your case number. As before, print your name as petitioner and your spouse or partner's name as respondent. If your dependent child is 18 to 21 years of age and unmarried, write in their name here. 1. When were you married? 3. Certificate of residency. Did either you or your domestic partner last live in Oregon? 4. Are either you or the respondent a current resident of Oregon? Page 2. 6. Children born to both parties. List names and addresses of children born to both parties. Are either you or the respondent pregnant? When is the child due? 7. Children born during marriage, domestic partnership. List names of children born during your marriage or domestic partnership that were not conceived when you were living together. 8. UCCJEA information. List when, where, and with whom your minor children have lived during the last 5 years. Page 3. Has there been any prior litigation concerning your children? If so, where and when? Is there any other proceeding that could affect this case? Has anyone other than your spouse or domestic partner had physical custody of your children? 9. Parenting plan, custody and parenting time. Check all boxes and complete all blanks that apply. Who should have custody of your children? Should the petitioner or respondent be granted parenting time with the children, and, if so, how should their time be structured? Should parenting time be supervised? And if so, who should pay for it? Should petitioner and respondent both remain in the same physical locale? Page 4. 10. Child support, including health care coverage and cash medical support. A. Are any other child support cases pending? B. Are any other child support orders in effect? C. Describe any child support order that is in effect, and if so, how have circumstances changed since the last order was entered? D. Complete either one or two, but not both. Complete one if child support should be paid, indicate who should receive child support payments, how much, and how this figure was determined. Complete 2 if no child support should be paid in this case. Page 5. Is there another reason that cash support for your child should not be ordered? E. Medical support. Complete either item 1 or 2 and either item 3 or 4. Complete item 1 if private health care coverage is already available for your child, or complete item 2 if it is not. Complete item 3 if cash medical support should be ordered as part of this judgment, or complete item 4 if it should not be ordered. Page 6. Where and how should child support payments be made? Should child support payments be made directly to a party's bank account instead of being withheld from income? F. Responsibility for uninsured health expenses. How much should each parent pay for your child's uninsured health expenses? G. Length of child support. For how long should child support payments continue? H. Tax dependence. Which parent should be able to claim which children as tax dependents? Life insurance coverage for children. Who should maintain life insurance for your children, and for how much? 12. Additional provisions. Do you want additional financial support for your children? 13. Spousal support and life insurance. Select this checkbox if you are not requesting financial support or life insurance from your spouse or partner. Page 7. Real property. Select the first checkbox if neither you or your spouse partner owns any real estate. If either of you do own real estate, select the appropriate checkboxes and describe the property. 15. Personal property. Personal property includes motor vehicles, investments, and retirement accounts. If you are satisfied with how personal property is already divided, select this checkbox. If not, fill in the following section that describes how you think your personal property should be divided. 16. Distribution of debts. Check here if your marriage or domestic partnership has no debts. Otherwise, check here and specify to whom you and your spouse or partner owe money, how much, and who should pay off the debt. Page 8. Transfer of debts and property. Make certain that within 30 days of judgment, all necessary legal documents are delivered to your spouse or domestic partner. 18. Former name. Should either party's former name be restored? 19. Information required by ORS 25.020 and ORS 107.085. Would disclosing names, ages, or addresses of you, the respondent, or your children put any of you at risk? If yes, select this checkbox and state why. If no, complete this table. Page 9. 20. Court costs and fees. A. Deferred costs and fees. Who should pay court costs and fees that are deferred, temporarily postponed? B. Costs and fees paid by the parties. What part of court costs and fees should each party be responsible for paying? 21. Certificate of document preparation. Check all boxes and complete all blanks that apply. Page 10. Do not sign this form until you are before a circuit court clerk, the court's pro se dissolution facilitator, or a notary public. This completes the module for the form named Petition for Dissolution of Marriage, Domestic Partnership. Proceed to the next module when you are ready to begin work on the form called Summons.